Hi there, welcome to In the Clinic Before and Afters. I'm Dr. David Jack and I'm a cosmetic doctor working in London. In this episode we're going to meet Wendy and find out how you might treat older sun-damaged skin.
My name is Wendy. I'm in my mid-60s and I come from West Berkshire. I'm of the generation where it was the thing to be super tanned. It made you look super healthy and fit. So in the 80s and 90s, we all just had to be super bronze and have a lot of telltale signs, consequences. It's every woman's dream to be forever young. So I suppose that's why I'm here. But I've done a little bit of reading. I'm like, okay, this is like Star Wars. I think I'm going to be super zapped and let's see what happens.
Wendy, you've never done any treatments before, so tell me what's bothering you and what you'd like to address.
Everything.
Okay.
Obviously, it's like, if you can make me look awesome, I'm just so on board with you.
Sure, okay.
So my biggest challenge, and the reason I'm here with you today specifically, is because I have deep concerns about the sun damage. Not just superficially, but also deep sun damage.
Sure, yes.
To the point where I'm actually getting the growth under the skin. I spent my whole life in the sun. I was born in Africa, grown up in Africa.
It's very common to see people who are slightly older generation who have been exposed to the sun very significantly and not worn protection, that we're starting really to see a lot of the effects of that now. And it's interesting just to see the ways that we can treat that as well, and there are more and more treatments becoming available for sun damage. The great thing is that this has made us develop more products that are protective against the harsh sun that we're really seeing now. So I think today what we'll do is do some Lumeka, which is an IPL based treatment, so a light based treatment, just to try to remove some of the brown marks that we've got on you. And then after the treatment, what's really important is that you use some SPF on the skin, so you're continuing to protect your skin whenever you're out in the sun. A skin tightening treatment, so something like Morpheus8, will address all of the different layers of the skin and also stimulate a little bit of collagen as well, just to kind of try to thicken the skin slightly. In the face, I mean, you're starting to see some effects of volume loss, some effects of the strong muscles that have been pulling on the skin for a period of time.
Squinting in the sun, trying to see the elephants in the distance.
So I think the things that I know you, exactly. And then I think what we should do is a little bit of Botox in here just to relax this area here, and a little bit at the side of the eyes just to open the eyes up a little. Probably keep it quite subtle.
I'm not big into anything super invasive.
Sure.
I just would like to really look like $1 million.
Sure, okay. Not a hard task then.
Can you do that?
Sure, yes. So we're going to do some Lumeka IPL for the sun damage that's there, to remove some of the brown spots and just improve the texture of the skin a little. So usually redness would last for about a couple of hours. After the treatment, and then any pigment that you have gets darker for usually about starts to get dark about 24 hours, and then about a week later the dark pigment should be gone. Some people slightly longer than that, but generally speaking that's the
So when the dark pigment has gone, does that mean that the treatment has
worked? Yeah.
And does the marking come back, or is that it?
It can do. It should hopefully permanently reduce some of the pigmentation that you have, but there will be damage there that will produce new areas of dark pigment. So it would be a treatment that you'd have to repeat maybe once every couple of years or something. And I'd usually do 2 sessions in the first instance. So the first one to kind of clear up most of the stuff, and then at a later stage do another treatment just to...
You know, as I say, I'm your canvas.
Sure.
Do your magic.
Wendy is fairly typical of the patients that I see are ever so slightly older, in their 60s, who have had significant sun damage in the past. So sun damage can show in the skin in a number of different ways. Firstly, you lose collagen and elastin from the skin, so you can get fine lines and wrinkles, volume changes, so losing volume in the fat pads of the face, which can cause sagging of the skin, it can cause drooping and jowls. Then it can also affect the surface of the skin, so wherever you see areas of pigmentation, so things like large brown areas, freckles, these are all forms of sun damage. And the more sun exposure somebody's had without protection, the more they'll have of these and the more challenging it is to treat. I'm just going to pop on some cooling gel.
Oh, I'm not worried. It's no pain, no gain. That's like, that's the old adage. And I've done some reading and research. I'm very happy and confident and comfortable with it.
What I'm doing here is using the Lumeka, which is an IPL treatment that uses a broad spectrum of light, and placing it on the skin and then flashing this. And what this does is a bit like a camera flash. It's absorbed by the light, the areas of pigmentation on the skin, and then that causes the pigment to fragment apart because of the strength of the light. What happens then is that the pigment that's been fragmented is either absorbed into the bloodstream and carried away, and then just you basically excrete that, or it can, if it's very superficial on the skin, it can flake off. In this way, we can remove brown spots that are on the skin surface that are causing a cosmetic issue. What I'm going to do now, Wendy, is just a little bit of Botox. Wendy has some frown lines and some sag at the side of her eyes. So what I'm doing is injecting some Botox in the area, and what this does is it relaxes the downward pull of the muscle. So people often think of Botox as just being used to relax fine lines and wrinkles. What it also does is relax the depressor action of muscles, so the downward pull. So in this way, what we can do is slightly open the eyes up, slightly relax the frown lines to lift up. And this has a very nice effect of the upper face in that it lifts and tightens.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
The jack is ready for you, so you can go straight.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. The first day, immediately after treatment, I felt like I'd been on the beach and I'd been like seriously sunburnt. And I went home and it's like, what have I done? And then afterward, I couldn't even have my hands under the sheet at night. It's a good thing I did it in summertime because, you can keep your arms out at night. Anyway, the next day it was still sore, but within 48 hours it had completely settled down and I was fine. As the days progressed, the black scabs or the darker scabs became more evident, and over the last 3 weeks they've disappeared, and I can truly say my skin is so improved. My hands are amazing. I can't believe, they were the same hands. I still feel like the face needs attention. The skin's still a bit wrinkly, but as far as the marks are concerned, the sun damage, that is greatly improved. Chest is really nice, much better. I'm going to speak to the doctor to see whether it needs a second, same treatment or something different, or what he proposes to address it.
Wendy, how are things after your treatment?
I have to say to you that the skin actually evened out. I was aware of it.
Sure.
Initially it was very red and quite sore for the first 48 hours.
Sure.
But over the next 5 to 10 days, I was aware of an improvement. It's very subtle, but it's definitely an improvement.
Okay, great. So we can repeat some of that today. I think we can probably repeat the arms and hands. Okay. We're going to do some skin tightening, the slightly more advanced treatment on the neck and the face.
Yes.
To try to lift the skin a bit, Morpheus8. So that we can't do at the same time as Lumeka, but we could perhaps do another session later on of Lumeka for the pigmentation.
You're
in
the doctor.
face, so.
I would never dispute.
Well,
do you know what I mean? I'm
we
in your
want to-
hands and I
we're
trust you
working together,
implicitly.
So if we do that today, we'll do the Morpheus8, then probably next time I see you, we'll do another Lumeka session,
Okay.
fully on the face, just
Lovely.
to tidy up the bits of brown that are still left. So now Morpheus8, face and neck. Morpheus8 is the most up-to-date and modern radiofrequency resurfacing device available on the market. The way it works is by creating injuries with titanium microneedles on the skin surface, and then from the tips of the pins it heats the deep part of the skin, which in turn over a period of about 6 months stimulates new collagen and new elastin to tighten the skin. It also can be injected deeper into the fat layer to cause some remodelling of the fat, for example under the chin or on body areas. And it can reduce fat, and it can also cause tightening in this layer.
Okay, so I feel normal, slightly warm on my face, but honestly this time it didn't even hurt at all. It's, as Dr. Jack had said to me, maybe my skin is slightly thicker and so therefore there's less reaction. What we've done has really been transformational for me. I notice when I'm in pictures, my skin, that it's got a glow to it. And it's so fantastic not to have all those blotchy marks. It's like I've taken away all that brown stuff, it's gone. And it's just, I just feel good about myself. When you're looking good, you feel good. And when you feel good about yourself, you want to do more. You're more alive. What I like about Dr. David Style is he's such a sweetheart and he's so nice. Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been fabulous. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's been really, really special and I feel super blessed. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have it done.
So if you enjoyed watching this today, then please subscribe to my channel, set the alerts bell for new videos, and leave any comments or queries that you want me to answer, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.